everybody, my name is Jenna and today is Bookmas Day 11. Today's topic is the 11 most anticipated books for 2017. I'm going to try and keep this one really short because I actually don't have much space left on my camera and I decided to film really late, so the sun is going down, so basically I am racing for good lighting because I don't have studio lights, which is something I probably should have asked for Christmas, but too late now. As always, I'm going to be counting down from my number 11 pick to my number 1 pick. Now, with a lot of these books, I put them down because they've been on my Goodreads anticipated 2017 list for like the longest time, but if you ask me what they're about, I probably have no idea. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about why each one of them is my anticipated release, but I don't actually know most of what these books are about. Coming in at number 11, we have Because You Love to Hate Me, 13 Tales of Villainy by a whole bunch of booktubers and authors. This anthology sounds amazing. It's all about villains. It's got some of my favorite booktubers paired with some authors that I know. I don't think I've actually read any of the books from any of the authors. Maybe one or two, really not many. Because of that, I think it sounds like a super interesting, super unique concept and I cannot wait to read it. Coming in at number 10 is Bloodborne Berlian by Rosalind Eves. I know nothing about this book. All I know is that it is on this list and it's been on my Goodreads anticipated list for the longest time. So I'm gonna insert the cover if there is a cover like right here. So maybe the cover's pretty, I don't know. All I know is it's on my list. Coming in at number 9 is Zenas by Sasha Alsbeck and Lindsay Cummings. I read Zenith Part 1 when it was released in July or June or whenever it was released, and honestly I was not the biggest fan of it. Like, it was good and I did enjoy it, but it read a lot like a bad Firefly fanfiction and that really bugged me, but I am looking forward to reading the full part. I think one of the things that I didn't like the most about it was the fact that it was being released sort of in parts and I wasn't super keen on that, but I think that if I read the full book I'm going to really enjoy it, so that is why that one is on my list. Coming in at number 8, we have Caravelle by Stephanie Garber. Again, I don't really know much about this book at all. All I know is that a lot of booktubers who have early copies, they've been reading it and they've been mostly enjoying it, so I'm really excited for it. Pretty sure it has something to do with a carnival that's killing people, and if that's the case, that sounds awesome. Otherwise, I probably just made that up in my head, which still sounds awesome. Like, not the killing people part, but the reading about the... I'm gonna stop now. Coming in at number 7, we have One Blood Ruby by Melissa Marr. Now, this one is on my list because I read Melissa Marr's Wicked Lovely series, which I absolutely loved when I was sort of in my fairy kick, and I haven't read a lot from her recently, so I'm really excited to finally dive into one of her new books. Coming in at number 6, we have Hunted by Megan Spooner. I'm pretty sure this one is like a Red Riding Hood retelling. It might not be Red Riding Hood, but I know that it's a retelling of some description and it looks really awesome. Like, I'll insert the cover here as I'm going to be doing with all of the books, and like I said, it's a retelling. Not sure exactly what it is retelling, but it sounds really cool, the retelling part of it. Coming in at number 5, we have The Continent by Kira Drake. This one actually does sound really amazing. I know that it's about, they live above the continent and they can go down onto the continent, like these rich people or something, they can go down onto the continent for sort of like tourist vacations, but I'm pretty sure that the main character ends up getting stuck in the continent. I'm not entirely sure why that's so bad and what sort of happens in it, but it sounds awesome, and so I'm really excited to read that one. Coming in at number 4, we have Wayfarer by Alexander Bracken. This is the sequel to Passenger. I loved Passenger in this. I still can't believe that Passenger came out this year, but I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a fantastic book. I really enjoyed reading it, so I cannot wait to read the sequel / finale because this is only a duology, and I think it's the first duology I've actually ever read, so I'm really interested to see how it all wraps up. Coming in at number 3, we have Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth. I really enjoyed Veronica's Divergent series up until and kind of forgetting the last book, but I really am looking forward to reading something new from her, especially because it's going to be sci-fi, so I feel like it's going to be very different. I've heard a lot of booktubers who have read it already have said that they're not super happy with the fact that when it changes point of views, it literally changes from like first person to third person point of view. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm excited to read it and to sort of decide for myself, but it does sound really weird, so not sure how that's gonna go. Coming in at number 2 on my list is a book that everyone probably expects to be number 1 on my list, but it's actually not, and that is going to be Dracora by Lynette Noni. Now, the reason this one is only number 2 on my list, not number 1, is because I'm fortunate enough to have actually already read Dracora, so I feel like to put it as my number 1 anticipated release would be sort of odd for me. But the reason it is so high on my list of anticipated releases, even though I've already read it, is because I'm so excited for everybody else to read it. I'm so excited to finally be able to talk about this book with you guys. I am so excited for you guys to read it, so that's why this one is one of the anticipated books on my list. And then coming in at number 1, my most anticipated release for 2017 is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J Maas. ACOMAF was one of my favorite reads of this year. I love this series. Resend is like the ultimate bae, and so I cannot wait to see what happens in this 3rd book. Originally, I know it was supposed to be the end of a trilogy. Not really sure if that's happening anymore because I know that we are getting new books, but I'm not sure if those new books are focusing on new characters or if they're focusing on existing characters but not on like Feyre and Tamlin and Resend. Not really sure how that's gonna work, but I'm super excited to find out. that anyway. Thank you for watching. Sorry that I was talking really fast, but I'm really trying to race my camera here. Not so much outside. Apparently the sun's decided to shine, so now the lighting actually looks amazing. But my camera is gonna run out of memory soon, and I really want to get this video finished. So let me know in the comment section below what books you are most looking forward to in 2017. I would love to know. If you like this video, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. Stay random. Bye.